Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Thank you for joining me once again for one of these Fake Grand Order Diary entries. And we are still within the new year, yes, but we did have the release of the next event, which happens to be a crossover with another Fake game, this time Samurai Remnant. Unfortunately, I have as of yet played it. I know it is on my to-play list. But we do have this brand new event coming up, and amongst them, we have her, Minamoto no Raikou, Ushi Gozen. So this is a younger Minamoto no Raikou, probably done by Raita. Raikou being one of my favorite servants there, and having another version of her is nice. We have had two previously, so this will be nice getting another version of her. However, before we do hop into this one, I do want to take note of this right here, the Tiamat larva. Now, the thing about this one is that I did summons for it, and I accidentally forgot to press record. So, just a quick little visual here. I did end up pulling Tiamat, and normally in the past it has been a bit of a tedious journey, as you might have seen in previous summoning videos, to be able to get Tiamat. She did not want to drop by very easily, and I think that I ended up getting another copy of her through a GSSR event, but I was able to get her within 10 tickets and less than 10 pulls. I started off with 10 tickets this time, just to see if maybe that could appease her, and I guess it must have, because she did show up. So now back to our normal programming, if you want to call it there. Since I was able to showcase that, we do have Minamoto no Raikou, and we also have a new, surprisingly, I think that they're a caster, which is weird since they've got swords. But this is Yui Shosetsu. I don't know anything about them, so, as the story goes on, I will be interested to know more about them. But, of course, the Minamoto no Raikou servant is definitely one that I am going to be looking for the most, as well as we have a Musashi CE that looks absolutely gorgeous as well. So we will be very excited to be able to get some of those as well. So starting off, of course, with our free summon, just in case we get something good with that, because why spend 3 quartz on a summon when you can just use one? We're getting the servant, but it's going to be, it's going to be silver here, and it's just going to be Roma. Okay, with the first one out of the way, let's see if we can get anything with our multis here. Fast summon, so maybe not too much, or I don't know, maybe just having foes show up at all is a good sign. Berserker is going to do nothing for us, so we're going to skip over that. First off, 5-star craft essence that has been completed already. I do remember when I didn't have all of that though, and I would have been more excited for it. Beginning of the mission is nothing there, so yes, I was right. The quickness of it, we got absolutely nothing. Sure, we got the 5-star, but it's not doing anything for us, so hopefully a bit more luck will be in store, because I do really like Raikou. Lancer is not going to do anything for us, and we're going right into a gold servant, so is this going to be Yui? I think so. There we are. See, very strange that we have someone with swords being a caster. Now, I know that we've got, Emiya, who has the swords and is an archer, but, it's a lot weirder to be outside of the knight class with that, with swords like that. But looks like we're not getting any luck here with our craft essences, unless this one wants to show up. Wow, I definitely got it. Chance encounter. trying to figure out who those two are.
私は唯小説烈士たらんと志すものであるキャスターと今は言うべきかなお見知りおきを
Oh, she had an incredibly deep voice there. So Yui Shosetsu starts off with counterfeit lifeform subspecies C. So maybe going a little in that doll aspect that, what was it, Katen, the mother of Huma there. That she was a doll, and then we also had what was it, the spider doll there, Katen Koji or something like that. Maybe that's what this is talking about, counterfeit lifeform subspecies, or maybe she's just a completely different species altogether that I'm not aware of from some weird thing of lore. Apply Guts, 1 time 5 turns, restore HP each turn for 5 turns, apply debuff, immune 1 time, 3 turns for yourself. Warrior's Military Studies B, get some sort of regen for MP, Magecraft Elemental B+, get some arts up, so hopefully they are, an art servant, especially since they got Territory Creation C+, so they have arts effectiveness up. They have debuff success rate up, so maybe on their Noble Phantasm, and then that is for the event. And we have a little bit of anti-caster damage there, so caster hating on casters, I guess. Selfless Liberator, Unsparing Devotion C, restore HP, increases with overcharge to all allies, increases attack for 3 turns for allies that have increased quick card effectiveness, excluding effects that cannot be removed, okay? Increase crit strength for all allies that have arts up, increase MP strength for all allies that have buster crit effectiveness up. So I don't see any particular debuffs on her at the moment, so I'm wondering, because I've never been certain about that, maybe it's just the debuff success of your whole party in general, which would be nice. It's a lot better than just being like, just one of them there, but... And definitely has a caster deck there with that triple arts. And up next here for our chance encounter, MP gauge up each turn for 3, and quick effectiveness up 3, crit strength up 10. I don't necessarily dislike that. And the characters here, maybe I'm just not recognizing them. Oh, they very well could be characters from Samurai Remnant that I have no idea who they are. That's why I might not recognize them there. Okay, so I'm not going crazy. I mean, the one in the front looks a little bit like Yamato Takeru, but I mean, it just might not be them whatsoever. So I can't say for certain. The one in the back looked a little bit like a Nobu or a the one that has all of the dogs. That took me a while to grab. I can't remember her name there, but we're certainly getting a lot of that CE now. Okay, that's 3 copies of the 4-star now. I don't think we've gotten a single 3-star copy yet, which is intriguing, if you want to call it that. Well, there it is. A little bit of Li Xuan versus Li Xuan, an even match. I mean, I'm gonna probably put more money down on old Li Xuan just because he's got the experience. Victor of the Moon, another 5-star CE that we don't really need, so that's a little unfortunate. Definitely would prefer the Musashi one, because, well, 1, don't have it, 2, event, 3, it looks good. Just this one here, arts up, crit up, MP strength up. Okay, just pretty standard low fare for what we have in a 3-star. And Maybe we can go a little bit left here since we saw a little bit of foe, or maybe it just wants to completely skip over everything. Who knows? Gemstone shots. I mean, we're still going, so we're still getting a couple of things. Royal presence. Still going. Okay. Oof. Yep, nothing there. Just a little bit of the 3-star craft essence. That's not a good showing of things. Let's see here. Maybe it knows how much I want the Ushi Gozen Raikou and is trying to do Desire Sensor. Or it could give me Rainbow. A little shock. That is what we want to see. Yes. Ah, yes. And she looks sick with those huge katanas. It looks like she's got like armor off to the sides there, just floating. It looks so good. And an extra force pursuit, just in case, you know. Try to sweeten the deal a little bit there.
Minamoto no Raikou. Motoi. Shinmei wo Ushi Gozen. Avenger class ni te makari koshimashita.
Well, very, very short introduction there. They've definitely... I've noticed that some of these are shorter than they normally are. But, Dojigiri Yasutsuna A, level 1. Apply special attack Demonic. 3 turns. Special attack Servants with Earth attribute. 3 turns. And increase crit strength for yourself for 3 turns. Mana Burst. Thunderclap A increases Buster and Quick, and Unholy Transgressor EX increases C-Star Gather rate. Okay, so probably a big crit machine there. I wouldn't be surprised if she's 2Q with how that is. Avenger D increases the amount of MP gain when damaged, so, you know, can try to get a little bit of extra there. Living Correction increases crit strength, goes in with the crit monster there. Restoration Magical Energy A NP gauge up each turn there, and it's on the higher side there, so it might be closer to 5 every turn. And we also get Madness Enhancement EX, so increase your Buster card effectiveness as high as it possibly can get. And it just keeps on going. Divine Oni Manifestation, apply damage plus and quick cards, crit strength for yourself. So she might actually be more of a quick servant. I don't look too deep into these, and the times that I do see them is when they originally come out. So, you know, it's probably been about 2 years since I had seen this one here, and my goodness, a lot of skills there. Anti-Berserker, so she she beats up her own original Minamoto no Raikou form there. Though I guess that Raikou was originally supposed to be a saber and just got turned into a berserker based off of her emotions there. And Noble Phantasm, as we imagined, a quick Noble Phantasm, Ox King inverted, Thundering Tempest. Rank A deals heavy special damage against Earth attribute enemies there. Okay, and that increases with overcharge. So it's just the special damage that increases with overcharge. Not the greatest there. And I mean, if you are fighting Earth, sure, it might be helpful, but I mean, there are probably other things if you're going to be chaining these in that you do it with, and I mean, it probably isn't going to be worthwhile for you to overcharge your MP by another 100% to try to get the overcharge effect there. So that's a bit unfortunate. Deals decreased crit rate for 3 turns to all, is it enemies? Yep, to all enemies there, so that's nice. And a low chance to inflict stun for 1 turn to them all as well. So the stun is probably the nicest part of this. I mean, if the stuff happens with Yui of decreasing or increase debuff chances there to the whole team, that would be nice to go on. And it's not 2B2Q, it's triple quick. Okay, that's a bit of a surprise there, but I mean, I guess she is in a much more life and shorter form, so being much more quick about it, I guess makes sense there. Have him like an assassin's deck, just like Jack the Ripper. Okay, you know, I guess that's just how it is. So I'll be excited to give her a try. We still haven't gotten the 5-star craft essence though, and we will be looking to grab another copy of Ushi Gozen. So we are going to continue our summons here, see if we can get any lucky. I was just going to be like, that's an assassin. What if it just turned gold and turned into Jack the Ripper? Like, just to be like, you know, she heard her name and now she is going to become an actress. Record holder is not going to do anything. We got another servant. Actually, thinking about it, we only got one Yui as well, so getting more Yuis is going to be nice, so please. There we go. That is nice. A lot of white on Yui's cards, so I wonder if white is significant to them. But, I mean, getting Ushi Gozen early on is pretty nice there. So, we are sitting pretty right now. Oh, and Misty Scene, speaking of Jack the Ripper, we do need more copies of that as well to finish it up. But, I mean, another Yui, you know, going from Ushi Gozen to Yui is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, you know, other than the Darkcraft Essence, we're doing pretty good with the luck. Archer, we don't need no archers right now, so we're gonna skip over that, go in Hunter's Dream. Nah, we're good. We want to see what comes next here. We don't need no Vessel of Desire. Just a 3-star craft essence. Okay, so we had to run out of the super good luck pulls eventually, and I guess that was it. You know, same thing with like some of the other previous ones there. Don't need no rider. We're good. Don't need no illusory confessional. This is another servant, so again, Avenger or Caster? Caster, okay, good. Still getting a Yui. No, we got spooked by Nido Chris. Oh no, we got a spook. Darn you, Nido Chris. How could you show up like this? And a little bit of Jinako. Okay, another servant. So, it might not be all for ways. It is. It's a rider. Bonfehu. So, 2 servant spooks in this one here, which, I mean, we got a 4-star event craft essence. We got some rare prisms for those guys there. You know, not the worst case scenario. Like, I guess if I'm not really going to be getting all that much, getting 2 gold servants isn't the worst possible thing to get. It's just, you know, another servant here. I've got my fingers crossed for no spooks. It's a double-sided caster. Please let it be Yui, because we still will need copies of her. Okay, so we did get another Yui. Okay, so 3 Yuis, and still no 5-star craft essence. It knows that I think that it looks really good. It keeps on giving me the 4-star one, so I'll be able to use that, but Lafolia, nah, we don't need any of that. And 3 3-stars, okay, yeah, at least we're getting a little bit more of that. And we are going to be going through pretty much everything that we have here, seeing if we can get, you know, some of our stuff. Caster, nope, it's not going to turn gold for us like we would want, but there is another servant here, and it is Caster. No Nido Chris. None of those guys there, we just want Yui. Okay. We are going to get a Yui there. Perfect. Weakened will, nah. Wow. It's just so, it seems so funny that when there are times when the craft essence is the one that is difficult. It's like we've gotten these 4-star ones, but the 5-star one, it's like we got an Ushi Gozen before, and it's like we oh boy, you know, not a great one there, but we did get at least 1 craft essence that we can use. But I mean, even with the summons there for New Year's with Tiamat and Yamato Takeru, I have gotten 4 of the 5-star craft essence, so I need 1 more to complete out that goddess's favor, so I will have to probably do some independent summons there. The only problem is I don't necessarily need any of the other random servants that are there. It's like, yeah, you know, I could do another one of Tiamat to try to get a final copy of her, but it's just like, I don't want to do that, so I might just put in Yamato no Takeru just because, yeah, I don't have a lot of copies of them since they just came out, and they've been nice to me, and hopefully they can give me the 5-star craft essence to finish it off, and that's probably all I would be pulling for. So if I got another Yamato no Takeru, it'd be like, yeah, that's great, and we got gold, so Yui. That's the start. Okay, that we got that white background, so. Okay, so I think we're on 4 copies of Yui now. And this is going to be our final summon of this particular batch here. And we might have to make, you know, another one trying to go for another copy of not only Ushi Gozen, but just any copies of the 5-star craft essence, because that's a bit ridiculous to not get a single copy of it. Like, again, copy of Ushi Gozen and Yui before, like, multiple. There we go. We're gonna finish it off with Woman of the Niten Ichiru. Finally getting our 5-star craft essence. I hope that it's not going to be this difficult in the future, because I don't want to spend a whole lot to be able to get a single craft essence. Looks very good. Gives Ignore Invincible for, you know, it's just an inherent trait, increase arts, and Buster up for yourself. So a little bit of split, not the most amazing one, though giving some Ignore Invincible is a bit on the desirable side, so I will absolutely take that, and hopefully when we come back for another one here to go for another copy of Ushi Gozen, that we might be able to get some more copies of this without much trouble there. But thanks for joining in on this particular diary entry. Sorry that I was not able to get the full one of the Tiamat all set there. It stinks because it's like I have the audio recordings because I clicked record there, but I didn't do it on my actual device, so whoopsie. At least I've got that one picture because I noticed that I didn't have the recordings going. But yeah, so I wish you a lot of luck with whatever it is that you are up to. Happy New Year's again to you, and have a wonderful afternoon, evening, or night. And until you do come back for another one, please take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time.